English Morris dancers have been forced to stop painting their face black just because it might offend a black person. English people in their own country who've been doing this tradition since before there were any black people in this country have had to stop just because a black person might get upset. Yet again, political correctness has gone mad. Can you imagine if we went to one of those countries where they paint a red dot on their head and said, "Oh, I'm offended by that. Can you change the colour? Can you start painting it yellow now or purple?" They wouldn't have it, and we shouldn't have it in this country. If you don't like English traditions, don't come to England. It's quite simple. What's going to be next? We already can't say "Bar Bar Black Sheep." We already can't talk about a blackboard. What you're not going to be able to call a blackbird a blackbird. So that is what a racist person might say about this story about the Morris dancers who've changed their tradition very slightly from painting their face black to blue. And I think it's a great idea, actually. I think it's a very clever way of pleasing everyone, of appeasing the PC brigade and finding kind of like a loophole. And there probably weren't many black people that were offended by this ancient tradition. I think the type of people that take offence to these things are usually white liberals who, in some kind of patronising way, feel that they have to get offended on behalf of black people. But if there were any black people offended by the blacking up that the Morris dancers do as part of their tradition, you could understand why, because in the past, use of blackface was a way that black people were mocked, and the black and white minstrel show is the most obvious example. It was a very degrading portrayal of black people and white people portraying black people just to make fun of them. So I can understand if people were offended by the blackface of the Morris dancers, even though there is no malice behind it. And yes, it's been a tradition in the UK for a very long time. I'm not sure if you could say longer than there have been black people in Great Britain, because even some of the Roman soldiers that came to Great Britain were black, and they were here before the Angles and the Saxons. The Romans were in Britain before England was England, so not really fair to say it's been done since before there were black people here, but certainly it's a very ancient tradition, and I'm glad it can continue, slightly tweaked. Doesn't make a difference whether it's blue or black, does it? And if you've seen Braveheart, apparently some of the ancient Britons did make their faces blue, although that might have been tattoos. Who knows? But I'm glad that the Morris dancers have retained their tradition, and I'm glad they've made it less, even less racist than it already was. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching.